Good morning, everybody. It's morning for me right now as I'm making this video. So as I was doing my morning meditation and reading, I had a call to try something new, and that was create a pick-a-pile. And this is also a way to test my own abilities as far as like my in touch with my intuition and my higher self, or trusting my intuition to speak to my higher self and being in touch with the universe. And something said, you have a message, and why not share it? So I asked the same questions for each pile, and as these cards flew out at me, I created, each pile has a, I'm probably explaining it wrong, but anyway, each pile has the same questions as I was pulling them, and they just flew out, and some had more than one. So like I said, it's my first time, so I put a crystal on there because I thought maybe that might help you decide. And the first one is Tiger Eye, and the second one is Amethyst, fairly decent sized chunk. This is the Tiger Eye. So pile 1 is the Tiger Eye, and then this is Amethyst, and then the third one is Labradorite. So pick a pile. So 1, 2, and 3, or Tiger Eye, Amethyst, and Labradorite. And I will be back with each reading. Okay, so for those of you that picked pile 1, let's start with that one. And we have, first I asked which ancestors are present for this. And I got Twin Flames, which is the 10 of Cups. But I specifically used my art history tarot for past lives because I thought that would be appropriate. So a twin flame, to me, from the 16th century, and by looking at the card, it looks native, Indian. So I'm thinking the ancestor is maybe somebody from that. Let's move these. Okay, so that's somebody, possibly your ancestors are Native American or Indian. Hope I'm not offending anybody by saying I feel like this is the indigenous group of people, and a twin flame. So possibly this is your ancestor is somebody that you have cycled your lives through. They've constantly been there with you. And the second question I asked is what is your relationship to me? And I think that's what the twin flame was. So the generational gifts that you inherited from these ancestors. And I got one card because I did ask the cards twice with my light seer. But I got one, and it's the Magician. So the Magician are the generational gifts that you receive from this ancestor. So that tells me that there is a lot of potential for maybe shamanism, or a person that is very in touch with their magical self. So a practitioner, maybe that's something you inherited from your ancestors. So then I asked the cards what are your hopes for me? And I got 3 cards from the Light Seers. So, ooh, 6 of Pentacles. And, ooh, Death and Rebirth. And the 10 of Swords. Okay. So, the 6 of Pentacles. What is your hope for me? So that's to me like finding your community, being in consideration of others, you know, working together with other people, but also it looks like maybe letting go of maybe something that's not working for you, letting go of you know, the stuff that's dragging you down, the stuff that's in your head. Let go of that, and you will begin something new, something better. So the death of what's not working for you, let it go, and get with your community and be more, you know, more into working with others, you know. That's going to help you to do this. Okay, and the next question I asked was, how can I honor my heritage? And that was, I used the Golden Foil Tarot. It's RWS. So how can you honor? Ooh. So I would say by balancing everything, you know, being in harmony with your community, with yourself, you know, so again, letting go of all the you know, the stuff that's not working for you, concentrating on, you know, being your best you is how you're going to honor your heritage. And then I asked the cards, one more thing was the healing message from my ancestors. And I used my Goddess Power Oracle. And it was significant to, in my Goddess Oracle, my Goddess Power Oracle, is that if it is actually upright or upside down. So I am going to get the book out for that. So this is upside down. So what that means is this is Lizzie Revelation. And again, this is a message from your ancestors. And 29. Yeah, I definitely don't have these memorized, but oh, Kitty's up here. So Lizzie, so upright would have been an empowerment message, and upside down is an alignment message. So this is to help you, you know, with everything that was previously in the cards, to help you do all this. This is your message for today. It says, sometimes life throws you a curveball and it feels like you've been hit by lightning. Perhaps a romantic partner betrays you suddenly. An illness strikes someone close to you. A job you expected fell through. The new employee turns out to be a dud. Or you get a huge tax bill. No matter what the subject, your task is to pivot and course according to the needs of the event. Even if you don't understand what's happening, don't second guess yourself. Some things are not meant to be predictable, and detours may be exactly what you need. Loss and bad news aren't the only options in this situation. You may have just been offered something. You may have just been offered something you've always wanted, such as a proposal from a lover, a better job, or the chance to move on. Your tendency might be to try to control the circumstances or worry you may not be prepared for the change. The goddess Lizzie, or Lazy, no, it's got to be Lizzie, reminds you that the great goddess will never give you more than you can handle. Your alignment task is to surrender to what is in front of you. You can do this. Wow, it kind of goes with whole reading. So, wow, that's awesome. All right. So now for those of you that picked pile 2, which had the amethyst, again, the first card I asked is what ancestors are present and what is the relationship? So a loving woman, the relationship, 17th century, and it's the 7 of Pentacles. So a loving woman, maybe she looks like maybe an ancestor that was a nurse, and of course 17th century that's in the 1600s. So that is possibly maybe you had healers in your line, lots of healers, and as far as relationship, obviously just somebody that loves you very much, or it could represent maybe you're the loving individual, so darn kitty, they love to get up here, don't they? So then the second, oh goodness, kitty, the second question, that's Lucy Fur, by the way, my kitty. The second question again, or third question, is what generational gifts did you inherit from these ancestors? And I pulled 2 cards from the Light Seers for that. Okay. So I would say that is a strong ability to influence others. That is something you inherited from an ancestor. You have a strong ability to influence others. So thank goodness for editing, because every time I attempt this, somebody is calling me or messaging me. So, okay, so generational gifts that you inherited from your ancestors. So, the healing, you got there's a lot of healing qualities. There's influence, and prosperity. So maybe maybe there was a lot of wealth and control of that, or it, so it's a gift from your ancestors. So I would say that you have the ability with your influence to be very prosperous, like using all those powers for good, and being very comfortable because of it, like extremely. I take that as like good business skills, and so I did get 3 for that one, I think, right? Yes. So wait a minute, we're on the second one. No, I got 2. I'm ahead of myself. So this is, what hopes do you have for this person? Your ancestors, the hope that they have for you, I would say, is ascension. Essentially like being able to be one with yourself. The hope is that they want you to go deep within yourself and tap into that potential, those gifts that are generational. Tap into that, and by doing that, you're going to become able to be by yourself, able to be that person that doesn't need anyone else. So even though you might, whatever you're going through, this is the end result. This is by tapping into the message from your ancestors and the gifts that you've received. That is a positive thing. That's how I feel. I feel like they're trying to tell you that you have all this potential, and to be happy and to be serene and calm. So how can you honor your heritage? Ooh, Three of Cups. Yeah, to me, that's saying, you can be one with yourself, obviously, but take that and help others and be with others. Don't hide, even though you have the ability to be totally dependent on yourself and no one else. Share that knowledge, share it, and celebrate with your sisters and your brothers or your family or whomever, and just be happy. Be happy. And the healing message is, another one upside down. So that is an alignment message, 45. And her name is Saraswati. Ooh, mastery. So 45. And we are looking at the alignment message. So for you, it says, are you someone who begins things with great enthusiasm, but when you realize the scope of the situation, you move on to something else? Could it be you're dealing with someone like this? Ambivalence is something to be careful of at this time, as you recognize you need more knowledge and energy than what you have to move forward competently. The goddess Saraswati reminds you that there are no shortcuts on this journey, and partial knowledge does not make you a master. In fact, your alignment task is to stop working in a scattered way. It's time for some deep diving into the subject of your inquiry to really get a command of the terrain. Offer the commitment of your time and energy, and you will feel the surge of power as you move into a more masterful role in all areas of your life. Stick with it, keep learning, and keep practicing your craft. Your heart commitment, your meditation, and your self-expression. Stay present to it all, and you will be glad you did. Oh, wow. So that kind of clears something up for me. So this was, what are your hopes for me? So maybe this is saying that they want you to do more meditation, do more soul searching, so that you can get back to this. So maybe you can get back to this, being with your sisters or your community or whatever it is that makes you happy. So do that soul searching, but don't, do the research that it takes. Be mindful of everything, not just what it looks like on the surface. So whatever you're going through, I would say dig deeper, because maybe you don't have all the answers yet to get to this place. So maybe that's her message. That's beautiful. I love that. Okay, and so those that picked pile 3 with the labradorite, this is your message. So your ancestors are, that's the Knight. Boy, there's a lot of pentacles in these messages. To me, that is like, everything is, if you look at our economy right now, everybody's kind of going through something. So I'm thinking, these messages are pretty pertinent to income and, just the state of our country. Everybody's worried, So our ancestors are definitely calling out. And it's that time of year too, don't you think? When the veil is a lot thinner. So our ancestors are like here to help. So, so this is the third person. This is your higher self. is what I take from this. 18th century, this is just, this to me means this is you. This is your higher self speaking to you as you were in past lives. All the knowledge that you have gained from your past lives. So I feel like this is you. And it's the Fool. So I feel like this is your life's experience talking to you. This is your past life experience talking to you. So, and what generational gifts have you inherited from that? What have you brought with you? I got one card. Oh, look at that. Strength. So, if you pick this pile, you have the strength to take on anything. Because that's what this card to me symbolizes, is you're going to rise above anything that you're going through, because it's in you. It's a part of you. And that's a powerful thing. And look, infinite strength. So this is, to me, that's a powerful message to you from your higher self, that you've got this. And then I asked, what are your hopes for me? And I got 3 cards. You're going to have it all. You will have it all. 2 of Pentacles. So the hopes are that, you're not single-minded, that you're flexible. You have the ability to take on the world with all that inner strength that you have, regardless of, say, that Fool energy. To me, that is somebody that is courageous, and then the 4 of Swords. So that, that's kind of like saying conquer. Oh, yeah. So conquer those inner fears that, sometimes get the best of you, because you are courageous. You have to remember how courageous you are. And don't let those inner thoughts get you down. So whatever you're struggling with right now, maybe it is heartache, but don't let it get you down, because you are protected. To me, that's what that square is. You are protected. That's palmistry. We learned that the square is protection. So that's how that speaks to me. So you are going to rise above everything, and you are going to take on the world, and you have many options to do so. So then, how can you honor your heritage? There were 2 cards thrown out at me. Ooh, so the 3 of Wands. Ooh, so maybe you're somebody that is very intuitive, and that's maybe like a maybe that's what your higher self is telling you, that you need to trust that. That there is, you have the power to direct your, and when I say power, because you have strength, this is fire, and you have the foresight. You know what to do. You have all the skills and the tools. And also 2 of Swords. So don't be blind to it. Don't block it. Let it come. Let it come. These cards are so freaking awesome. I love I mean, it's RWS, but look at that. Isn't that cool? That's they are kind of slick when you're shuffling them, so um, chances of getting more than one card are actually pretty good. So honor your heritage by knowing, you know, knowing that don't turn your back on the things that have presented themselves. Deal with it. Kind of like that Four of Swords thing there. So honor your heritage by taking the things that you don't want to deal with and deal with it, because you already know what you have to do. So I hope this is making sense to you, because I'm just taking it as it comes here. So, and then the message from your ancestor. Look at that. Look at that. What is up with all these alignment messages? So maybe I was right on the money that my higher self said, you know what, you need to try this because I have messages for other people. So her name is Saradwin, which is potential. And in the alignment messages is, so this was, yeah. Okay, so the alignment message is when you become complacent in your comfort zone, you run the risk of never moving beyond where you are. Your true potential remains dormant and inaccessible. Ooh, wow, that's exactly like the reading. This makes me very happy, just for the validation of it. This may feel like a vague boredom and envy of others, or an anxiety accompanied by a sense of low self-worth. Oh, that makes it hard to deal with the things, like shadow work, like do your shadow work. Or reinforced by habit, or an addiction to feeling like life will be amazing for everyone else but you. Yeah, that's depression. Or in so many cases, it's just been trained into you after generation upon generation of repression and conformity. The goddess Caradwin, or Saradwin, comes to remind you that it's time to course correct. Your alignment task is to turn this around by releasing all judgment toward yourself and others and reclaiming those dreams you seem to have lost. Write down those dreams and set your intention. Then look in a mirror, imagining you're looking into Saradwin's transformative cauldron, and say them out loud as if they already happened. You are so much more than you allow yourself to be. Only good will come of your growth. Your dreams and cherished desires are important to the divine. The way is simple and profound. Just say yes with gratitude in your heart, and the goddess Saradwin will lead you to discover your highest good. So, I should have told you at the very beginning that I picked 3 for myself. And I definitely identify with the Fool. Because that's something I tend to do, is dive in before I actually realize, what is entailed in everything that I do. I feel like, yeah, I'll do it. That includes watching grandbabies. That includes making content on YouTube. But, yeah, so this really does speak to me. And I hope that if you pick this pile, it speaks to you. So I am so thankful you were here today. This is like my favorite stone too, by the way. Labradorite is like, it calls to me. Always has. So I hope you got something out of this. And let me know in the comments if you picked a pile. And I would like to hear if any of it resonated with you, because like I said, this is like a training exercise for me. But I had fun doing it. And I love you guys so much, just for everything, for being here, being a part of this. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you.